Then when he says, okay, then ask about how much time do you have. Now you wait for the answer. Now you're going to learn over the years if it is actually too short and you know you can't do the proper presentation, I would like you to try this strategy. I'd like you to say, you know, in fairness to you, I don't want to rush all I have to share with you. Because we have such a limited time, I don't mind coming all the way back over here. That's part of my job. I'll come back and let's spend the proper amount of time, okay? How about next week? Would Tuesday be convenient or Wednesday be better? Now you're going to also have a percentage that'll do this. Well, all right, wait a second. All right, as long as you're here, say as long as you're here, and again, they open up their minds and you go into your presentation, all right? Now, of course, if he has plenty of time, that should be just right. Whatever he says, well, I've got some time. Well, good, that'll be just right. Then let's get started. Now, here's another sentence I want you to work on. He says to you, about how much time will it take? Just warmly say, Bill, that really depends on the number of questions you have. See, now you're putting the onus on him. You have no questions, brief amount of time. You have lots of questions, that's what I'm here for. All right? All right, let's go to that other one. All right? He says to you, well, okay, how much will it cost me? I'd love you to learn to say this. Bill, not a penny right now, because we don't know for sure if our service is just right for you. You see? Now, after you let that sink in, after you say just right for you, give it a nice pause like I just did. Then say, if it is something that you benefit from, we have many investment options. I'm confident we'll have one that you'll be comfortable with. And then, of course, the next step is you move into qualification and presentation of services. Okay? It's also important that, too, though, that you cover the details when you're with the client. Type of equipment installation, phone line, training, when they get their money, the rates, the personal services, all these things you cover. Remember, too, they're getting something other than just this piece of equipment. They're even getting something other than just the processing services. And you should really build this into your presentation. What is coming along with all of this? You. And I hope that you won't be afraid to say that. Bill, besides all the wonderful services, all the things that have enabled Card Service International to become a leader in the industry, there's one thing that's kind of an intangible, but I think is just critical in helping you decide to do business with us. You're getting something that I haven't even talked about. And would you like to know what that is? Well, yes, what is it? You're getting me. I'm coming along in the package. I am here full time. I'm committed to this industry. I want to be your partner in business as to being a consultant to help you grow your business. Do you have any reasons I couldn't do that? Believe me, you'll love the feelings you just created. Okay? Here's a quick review of the main benefits of becoming a client of Card Service International. Now, I love you watching, especially you that are new. You should take the things I'm outlining now, put them on a 3x5 card if need be, put them in your shirt pocket, and as you're driving around, not actually driving, but during the day, I want you to review these. These have to come right out of your mouth, off the tip of your tongue so fast. Here's why we are number one. Number one is Card Service International handles all non-cash transactions, so the merchant has only one supplier to work with. We call this one-stop shopping, and you want to learn that term. Number two is customer service. Our customer service is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year, and to make sure we serve everyone, we have over 17 languages we can handle. And I know very few companies that can boast about what I just told you. So that's so important that you remember that. It's a tremendous benefit. Now, number three, because of Card Service dedication to being a leader in the field of transaction processing, they have the fastest application processing service, usually 2 to 3 business days. Number 4 is also very important. The merchant has quick access to their funds, usually 2 to 3 days after the transaction. And that's a tremendous benefit. Number 5, we offer cutting-edge equipment and software to ensure the merchants are getting the best service possible. Boy, number 6 is important. The Card Service Merchant Club acts like an insurance policy on the equipment and provides transaction processing supplies. Number 7, fast transaction processing approximately 20 seconds after inputting or swiping a card. And of course, as I mentioned, number 8 is you. Personal service from a transaction processing expert. You can honestly tell your merchants, I'm a card service professional and I'm ready and willing to join your team to help you grow your business. Now, what I'd like to do is reiterate some of the steps we've covered throughout the program. The reason I want to do that is in just a little while, you're going to see us go into the actual role plays where you'll see live presentations putting this all together. So let's go over that again. First of all, we must master addressing the concerns that they may have. You see, they may have had a bad experience with another provider. And so, of course, as I mentioned earlier, perhaps they couldn't get either assistance, they weren't qualified. When they tried to process a card, they had a challenge with it. You must assure them again that someone is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year, and we have people that speak 17 languages to serve you, our merchant. And of course, in this process, you'll see follow-up. We schedule installation, check back with them after installation and training. We monitor their first month's transactions. Now, that's very important. I think if you've done your job, they need to know that you care about it after the transaction. You're going to be in touch with them, all right? We've talked about getting referrals, quality introductions. So now, let's show you how it's actually done. Watch this role play. Hi, I'm Tom Hopkins with Card Service International, and I have an appointment with Katie at 3:30.
Hi, Tom. I'm Katie.
Hi, Katie. And you know, it's right at 3:30. Nice to meet you. And thanks so much for just giving me a few minutes of your time. Now is the time when I'll make a comment, ask a question, or give a compliment to establish some rapport. I'm going to use the location in this example. Gosh, Katie, this is a great location.
Oh, yeah. The location turned out to be much better than we expected, especially with that new office complex across the street.
That's great. Now, Katie, in our phone conversation the other day, you mentioned that your local bank handles your credit card transactions for you. I'm curious, when was the last time someone from the bank, was in to visit you?
Well, I don't believe their representative has stopped by since we started processing.
Really? Well, I see you've got a Trans 330 here as a terminal. Have you had any problems with it or with the service?
No, everything seems to be working just fine.
Now, you notice I did use the word problem here. Why? She'll understand that. If I'd have said challenge, she may not understand what I'm really talking about. And I want to have her relive the past. If she's had any problems, I want those to be vivid in her mind right now. Well, that's good, Katie. The reason for my visit today is to share with you more information regarding your options. New, innovative ways that we at Card Service International are helping merchants just like you increase their bottom line profits. And in business today, we're all trying to do that, aren't we?
Well, that's true.
May we sit down for just a moment?
Sure, let's sit over here where it's quiet.
Great. Well, here we are. This is what it's all about. And we're ready to do a wonderful job of getting her happily involved in our products and services. Now, on the way to the table, I asked her to step in and get a bank card statement, get the information I would need, and so let's begin our presentation.
Tom, would you like a cup of coffee?
No, I'm fine, thank you. But before we begin, let me thank you again for the time we're going to share. I understand how busy you are and appreciate the opportunity to explore with you additional options that can make the time you invest in your business even more valuable. Now, Katie, first, your current terminal can be reprogrammed at no cost to you. And after we do a cost analysis, if we find that we can save money for you by upgrading to our state-of-the-art LinkPoint terminal, that would be another option. Now, the benefits of doing that are, here it's very important that you highlight at least 5 of the benefits that she will receive with your terminal. You see, You have the finest product in the industry. And with the LinkPoint, she should know the benefits, the features, so that she gets excited and wants to get involved in owning one, okay? Katie, what I need is your last credit card statement so that I can prepare a rate analysis for you. And if we can save you some money today, is there any reason that we couldn't do business?
If you can save me money, Tom, I don't see why not.
Well, let's take a look.
Just a minute. Here you go.
I'm excited. Great. I've got great news. It looks like we're going to be able to save you just about $35 a month, which is $420 savings the first year, and over a 4-year period, we will save you $1,680. In addition, we will give you a 1-year rate guarantee. Now, that's got to be exciting, huh? So why don't we just go ahead and get started, and here's basically the information that I am going to need.
Well, now, wait a minute. I don't want to make a quick decision here. I really need to think about it before I go ahead.
Well, that's fine, Katie, and obviously you wouldn't take your time thinking this thing over unless you were seriously interested, would you?
Of course not. The potential for increasing my profits has my attention, but I just don't want to decide right now.
I understand, and after all the time we've spent here discussing the decision, and I'm sure you're not telling me that to get rid of me now, are you?
No, it's obvious you know what you're talking about with regard to this business. I just need to know it's right for my business.
Seriously, Katie, level with me. You're saving $1,680 over a period of time, and I know that saving money is important to you, isn't it?
Sure it is.
So why don't we just get started? I know you'll be thrilled. And by the way, what is the actual legal name of your business?
It's Katie's Restaurants with a Y.
Great. Well, right now I should welcome you to the happy family of Card Service International.
Thank you.
So let me continue. Now you would complete the application. When you get to the debit part, this is a wonderful opportunity for an add-on transaction. I'll never forget this. Once the buying impulse begins with people, once that door opens, they are very easily led to possibly own more. So let's try this now. Ready? By the way, as part of our family, let me tell you about one additional benefit available to you: the ability to accept ATM debit and check guarantee. Let me tell you how this works. You see, the banks have added a Visa or MasterCard logo to most of your debit cards. By doing this, the merchant will pay Visa or MasterCard percentage rates instead of a small, flat, one-time debit transaction fee. And of course, other benefits to accepting debit are no risk transactions, no chargebacks, no signature required, guaranteed funds like cash, no fraud, thus putting more money in your pocket. What I would like to do is help you get started with this service today. And you can get involved with this service for just a nominal investment of. Now, that investment may vary by agent and will depend upon the sales volume of the merchant. Approximately 30% of your total Visa and MasterCard gross sales will become debit. Please get with your agent to learn how to calculate savings. Well, okay. All we need now, Katie, is your approval right here, and I'm excited to welcome you to the Card Service International family. This is a critical part of this final closing sequence. The most important instruction you'll ever hear happens right now. When you ask that final closing question, when you ask for her approval, you must sit there, you must be quiet, you must just wait for her. Now, don't burrow your eyes through her while you're sitting there. Just sit there very nice and wait. And I don't care how long it takes. This is a discipline you must develop. Because as a professional, you'll realize that some people have to take some time. The longer the time it takes her, the better the odds that she will go ahead with you. Never forget this. Your silence after the final close.